Men over 50, top 6 hidden testosterone foods that keep you confident in the bedroom. Gentlemen, let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt truly unstoppable, not just at work or in the gym, but in the bedroom? Some experts will tell you low testosterone after 50 is just part of aging. Others swear you can crank it back up naturally without a single pill or injection. Who's right? Well, that's exactly what we're going to uncover today. And trust me, you might be shocked at how much power is sitting right there in your kitchen. Here's the surprise. For years, men were told to avoid foods like eggs because of cholesterol, or that chocolate was nothing but dessert. But new science says those very foods could be the secret to boosting your testosterone, restoring your energy, and yes, bringing back the bedroom confidence you thought was gone. Sounds too good to be true? Stick with me, because the truth is, what you eat could either be fueling your masculinity or quietly draining it away. But before we dive into the details, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, share this video with a friend who could use the boost, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That support gives us the fuel to keep bringing you more science-backed, practical health tips that make a real difference in your life. In just a moment, I'm going to walk you through 6 hidden foods, some you've probably been overlooking, that can naturally raise your testosterone and give you back the edge you deserve. And trust me, number 1 on this list will surprise you, and your partner may notice the difference before you do. So grab a pen, sit back, and let's get into it, because what you're about to learn could change the way you feel, the way you move, and the way you show up in the bedroom. Why testosterone matters after 50. Most men think testosterone is only about sex drive, but it's so much more than that. Testosterone is the master hormone of masculinity. It fuels muscle mass, keeps your metabolism efficient, supports red blood cell production, strengthens bones, and even shapes your focus, drive, and motivation. When testosterone levels are healthy, you feel energetic, confident, and capable. When they fall, everything changes. Starting around age 30, testosterone begins to decline by about 1% each year. By the time you reach 50, you may already have 20% less than you did in your 20s. By 60, your levels can be cut nearly in half. The Massachusetts Male Aging Study found that nearly 39% of men over 60 have clinically low testosterone, and that percentage rises sharply with each decade. You don't need a lab test to notice what that looks like. It shows up as stubborn belly fat that won't go away, loss of muscle even if you still exercise, falling asleep after dinner, brain fog at work, irritability with loved ones, and yes, less desire and performance in the bedroom. These changes don't happen overnight. They creep in little by little until one day you realize you don't feel like yourself anymore. But here's the encouraging truth. Testosterone decline isn't an unchangeable part of aging. Studies consistently show that men who eat nutrient-rich foods, maintain a healthy weight, sleep deeply, and exercise regularly can preserve and even raise testosterone naturally well into their 70s. Research from Harvard demonstrated that men who got at least 7 hours of sleep produced 20% more testosterone than those who slept only 5. A University of Sydney study showed that losing just 10% of body weight could raise testosterone by 15% or more. And men who followed diets high in whole foods, healthy fats, and lean proteins consistently scored higher on testosterone levels compared to those who relied on processed foods. I think of a patient named David, age 64, who came to me exhausted, heavier around the middle, and convinced that intimacy was behind him. His testosterone was well below normal. Instead of jumping to medication, we made simple adjustments, adding protein and healthy fats to his breakfast, resistance training twice a week, cutting back on sugar at night, and protecting his sleep. 6 months later, his testosterone had risen by nearly 50%, his energy returned, and the spark in his marriage followed right behind. So the lesson is clear. Testosterone isn't just about bedroom performance, it's about living fully as a man. It affects your strength, your confidence, your ability to think clearly, and your connection with the people you love. Age plays a role, but choices play a bigger one. Ask yourself, are your daily habits building your testosterone or quietly draining it away? The good news is that you can take back control, and in the next part, we'll uncover 6 hidden foods that can make a powerful difference. Food number 6. Pumpkin seeds, the zinc powerhouse. Pumpkin seeds may look simple, but for men over 50, they are one of the most powerful allies in the fight against declining testosterone. They are packed with zinc, a mineral that your body absolutely depends on to make testosterone. Without enough zinc, the testes struggle to produce adequate levels of this hormone, and even worse, more of what little testosterone you do make can be converted into estrogen. In my years of practice, I've seen zinc deficiency more often than most people would expect, especially in older men whose diets have shifted toward convenience foods. Science backs this up. A well-known study published in Nutrition Research found that men with adequate zinc intake had significantly higher testosterone compared to men who were deficient. Another trial at Wayne State University showed that restricting zinc in young men for just 5 months cut their testosterone almost in half. On the flip side, when older men who were deficient were given zinc supplements, their testosterone levels nearly doubled. This tells us something important. Zinc isn't optional, it's foundational. John, one of my patients, was 62 when he came to see me. He was exhausted, struggling to keep up with daily tasks, and frustrated with his lack of energy in every part of life, including intimacy. His lab results showed borderline low testosterone and very low zinc. Instead of jumping to medication, we started with food. I asked him to add a small handful of pumpkin seeds to his daily diet, on top of salads, mixed into yogurt, or simply as an afternoon snack. 3 months later, his testosterone had risen by 12%, his mood had lifted, and he reported feeling like someone turned the lights back on. Pumpkin seeds also bring other benefits. They are rich in magnesium, another mineral tied to testosterone production, and they provide antioxidants that help protect testicular cells from oxidative stress, one of the hidden reasons testosterone declines with age. So when you reach for a handful of pumpkin seeds, you're not just getting zinc, you're stacking the deck with a combination of nutrients that protect your hormone health from multiple angles. Now let me ask you a question. How often are you including zinc-rich foods in your meals? Many men rely heavily on red meat for zinc, but over time that can raise cholesterol and inflammation. Pumpkin seeds give you the mineral you need without the downsides. You can roast them lightly at home, toss them into a smoothie, or keep a small jar on your desk for a mid-afternoon boost. In my experience, the men who make this small change notice more than just hormone improvements. They often report sleeping better, recovering faster from exercise, and feeling calmer under stress. That's not surprising. Zinc and magnesium together help regulate the nervous system, balance blood sugar, and support deep sleep. And as we know, better sleep alone can raise testosterone levels by up to 20%. So while pumpkin seeds may seem ordinary, I see them as one of the most overlooked tools in a man's kitchen. A handful a day could be the difference between drifting further into low testosterone and reclaiming the energy, focus, and confidence that make life after 50 not just livable, but enjoyable. The real question is, are you giving your body the raw materials it needs, or are you leaving testosterone production to chance? Food number 5, pomegranate, the ancient vitality fruit. For thousands of years, pomegranates have been celebrated as a symbol of fertility and vitality, and modern science now confirms why. A study from the University of Edinburgh found that men who drank pomegranate juice daily saw a 24% increase in testosterone in just 2 weeks. That's a remarkable change in such a short period of time. The reason lies in how pomegranates work inside the body. They improve blood flow, lower blood pressure, and reduce oxidative stress, all of which are crucial for maintaining healthy testosterone. And gentlemen, better circulation doesn't just benefit your heart. It directly supports performance and confidence in the bedroom. In addition to testosterone, pomegranates also influence nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for relaxing and widening blood vessels. One clinical trial published in the Journal of Urology showed that men with mild erectile difficulties experienced noticeable improvement after incorporating pomegranate juice into their daily diet. That's not surprising, because when blood flow improves, so does oxygen delivery to tissues, including the reproductive system. Pomegranates are also loaded with antioxidants, 3 times more than red wine or green tea, which help protect cells in the testes from oxidative damage. As a physician, I often explain to patients that testosterone production depends not only on having the right raw materials, but also on protecting the machinery that makes the hormone in the first place. Pomegranates provide that shield. I recall a patient named Robert, age 67, who had been struggling with both low energy and declining intimacy. He wasn't interested in medications, so we made changes to his diet, including a daily glass of pomegranate juice with breakfast. Within 2 months, his energy had improved, his mood was steadier, and his lab tests showed his testosterone had risen by nearly 20%. His wife later told me she noticed the difference before he did. Now, here's something worth asking yourself. When was the last time you included a food that actively improves circulation and hormone health in your routine? Most men don't think about fruit in that way, but pomegranates are unique. You can drink the juice, eat the seeds, or add them to salads and yogurt. However you choose, the goal is consistency. The bottom line is simple. Pomegranates are more than a sweet fruit. They're a natural tool for hormone balance, cardiovascular health, and sexual vitality. A small daily habit can create changes you feel not just in your body, but in your confidence and quality of life. Food number 4, eggs, the cholesterol mythbuster. For years, eggs were unfairly criticized because of their cholesterol content. Men were told to cut them out to protect their hearts, but what most people never realized is that cholesterol isn't the enemy. It's the building block your body uses to produce testosterone. Without enough cholesterol, hormone production slows down, and that directly affects your energy, your muscle strength, and your performance. Whole eggs, especially the yolks, provide not only cholesterol, but also vitamin D, high-quality protein, and healthy fats, all of which are essential for testosterone balance. Science has proven this many times. A clinical trial published in Endocrine Research showed that men who consumed whole eggs had significantly higher testosterone than those following low-cholesterol diets. Another study in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism found that athletes who ate 3 eggs per day while strength training gained more lean muscle and had better hormonal profiles compared to those who avoided eggs. Even vitamin D, which eggs naturally contain, plays a key role. Research from Harvard demonstrated that men with sufficient vitamin D levels had higher free testosterone than those who were deficient. I remember Richard, a 68-year-old patient who had avoided eggs for nearly 2 decades after hearing they were bad for the heart. His energy was fading, and his testosterone had slipped well below normal. We reintroduced 2 whole eggs each morning as part of a balanced breakfast with vegetables and healthy fats. Within 6 months, his testosterone had risen noticeably, his morning energy returned, and his mood improved. He even told me he felt sharper during the day and less irritable in the evenings. So here's something to consider. Are you avoiding foods that your body actually needs to make hormones simply because of outdated advice? When eaten as part of a balanced diet, eggs are one of the most affordable, nutrient-rich testosterone boosters available. I often recommend preparing them in healthier ways, boiled, poached, or lightly scrambled in olive oil, rather than fried in butter or loaded with processed meats. The bigger picture is this. Testosterone production depends on giving your body the right raw materials. If you've been skipping eggs out of fear, you might be starving your hormones of exactly what they need. A simple habit, like adding a couple of whole eggs to your breakfast, can be the difference between dragging through the morning and starting the day with real drive and focus. The choice, as always, is yours. Are you fueling your body for decline or for vitality? Food number 3, extra virgin olive oil. The testosterone oil. One of the most surprising discoveries in men's health over the past decade has been the direct link between extra virgin olive oil and testosterone. Spanish researchers reported that men who adopted a diet rich in extra virgin olive oil saw a 17% increase in testosterone in only 3 weeks. That's an incredible shift in such a short amount of time. And it tells us that the right fats don't just protect your heart, they help fuel your hormones. Olive oil is packed with monounsaturated fats that improve testicular function, reduce inflammation throughout the body, and create a more favorable environment for testosterone production. It also stabilizes insulin levels, which is crucial because blood sugar imbalances and high insulin are known to lower testosterone over time. Other studies back this up. Research published in the Journal of Steroid Biochemistry showed that men who consumed diets high in healthy fats, particularly olive oil, had better testosterone levels than men who ate mostly low-fat or processed fat diets. Another study in the International Journal of Obesity revealed that men following a Mediterranean diet, where olive oil is a staple, maintained healthier testosterone and better metabolic health well into their 60s and 70s compared to those following Western diets heavy in refined oils and sugars. This isn't coincidence, it's biology responding to nourishment. In my own practice, I've seen patients make small changes with big results. One man in his early 70s had been struggling with fatigue and stubborn belly fat. Instead of cutting calories aggressively, we focused on replacing processed vegetable oils with extra virgin olive oil. He drizzled it over his salads, added a spoonful to soups, and even used it on roasted vegetables. Within 2 months, his lab results showed higher testosterone, his waistline was smaller, and his energy was strong enough to get back to his daily walks. So here's something worth reflecting on. Are the oils in your kitchen helping your hormones or quietly hurting them? Many men still cook with canola, soybean, or corn oil, cheap oils that promote inflammation and suppress testosterone. Switching to cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil is one of the simplest upgrades you can make. Always look for dark glass bottles to protect the delicate compounds, and use it raw on salads, drizzled on vegetables, or lightly over grilled fish. The point is clear. Your body depends on healthy fats to keep testosterone flowing. By choosing olive oil over processed oils, you're not just making a healthier meal, you're giving your hormones the support they need to keep you sharp, strong, and confident as the years go by. Food number 2, fatty fish, the omega-3 boost. Salmon, sardines, and mackerel are more than just heart-healthy foods, they're powerful allies for testosterone. These fish are loaded with vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids, and selenium, 3 nutrients that play critical roles in hormone balance. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine hormone, and studies have shown that men deficient in it tend to have lower testosterone. Omega-3s, meanwhile, reduce inflammation, improve blood flow, and strengthen the cell membranes in the testes where testosterone is produced. Selenium supports the enzymes that regulate hormone synthesis and protects those same cells from oxidative damage. The evidence is strong. A study published in the Journal of Steroid Biochemistry showed that men with higher omega-3 intake not only had higher testosterone, but also improved sperm quality. And while many think sperm quality only matters for fertility, it's actually one of the best reflections of overall hormone strength and signaling efficiency. Another study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that men who ate fatty fish at least twice a week had a lower risk of metabolic syndrome, a condition strongly linked to low testosterone. I recall a patient in his mid-60s who rarely ate fish, relying instead on processed meats and fast food. His testosterone was low, and he constantly complained of fatigue. We made one simple change, adding salmon twice a week and sardines as an afternoon snack. Within a few months, his blood work showed improved testosterone and lower triglycerides, but what mattered most to him was how he felt. He told me he had more steady energy during the day and greater confidence in the bedroom. Here's a question worth asking yourself. How often are you giving your body the healthy fats it needs to fuel hormone production? Many men still shy away from fatty fish because they're worried about mercury or because they simply don't enjoy the taste. My advice is to start small, choose wild-caught salmon when possible, or add canned sardines or mackerel to a salad. The nutrient payoff far outweighs the excuses. The bottom line is this. Testosterone production depends on healthy fats, and few foods deliver them as effectively as fatty fish. A couple of servings each week can help restore hormonal balance, support your cardiovascular health, and give you back the vitality you need to feel and perform like yourself again. Food number 1, dark chocolate, the bedroom secret. Dark chocolate may not be the first food you think of when it comes to testosterone, but when it's real chocolate, 70% cacao or higher, it becomes one of the most underrated tools for men's health. It's packed with magnesium, flavonoids, and antioxidants, all of which directly support hormone production. Magnesium, in particular, plays a critical role in freeing up testosterone in the bloodstream by lowering binding proteins that lock hormones away. One study published in the Journal of Pharmaceutical and Biomedical Analysis showed that magnesium supplementation could increase testosterone by up to 24%. Dark chocolate is one of the easiest and most enjoyable ways to get that benefit. But the story doesn't end with magnesium. The flavonoids in cacao act as natural stress reducers, lowering cortisol, the stress hormone that competes directly with testosterone. When cortisol is chronically high, testosterone drops. By reducing stress hormones, dark chocolate helps tilt the balance back in your favor. On top of that, the antioxidants in cacao improve blood flow and protect blood vessels, which is just as important for your heart as it is for your performance in the bedroom. A study in the British Journal of Nutrition found that regular consumption of flavonoid-rich cocoa improved circulation and lowered blood pressure in older adults, 2 factors that also support healthy testosterone and intimacy. I think of my patient Michael, who was 70 when he came to me tired and frustrated. He had a habit of finishing every evening with a bowl of ice cream, which spiked his blood sugar and disrupted his sleep. We made one simple swap, 2 small squares of dark chocolate instead. 6 months later, his testosterone levels had improved, his blood pressure came down, and his wife was the first to tell me she noticed a big difference. So let me ask you, are your evening habits helping your hormones or quietly hurting them? A nightly dessert doesn't have to sabotage your testosterone. Choosing dark chocolate instead of sugary sweets gives you satisfaction while feeding your body the nutrients it needs to perform. Aim for at least 70% cacao, keep portions small, and enjoy it slowly. It's a simple, pleasurable habit that supports not only your hormones, but also your confidence, energy, and vitality. So there you have it, gentlemen, 6 hidden foods that can do more than just fill your stomach. Pumpkin seeds, pomegranates, eggs, olive oil, fatty fish, and yes, even dark chocolate. Each one provides the nutrients your body needs to keep testosterone strong, energy steady, and confidence alive, not just in the gym or at work, but especially in the bedroom. Now, remember this, testosterone decline is not a life sentence. It's not just getting older. It's about choices. The right foods, the right habits, and the right mindset can help you feel sharper, stronger, and more like the man you know you still are. Ask yourself, are you going to let age dictate how you live, or are you ready to take back control one bite at a time? If you found value in today's video, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, it really helps more men find this message. Share this with a friend, a brother, or anyone over 50 who deserves to know the truth about their health. And don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss the science-based tips we bring every week to help you age strong, confident, and full of vitality. Gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Take these small changes seriously. They add up to big results. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll dive even deeper into how you can keep your body and mind thriving well past 50. Until then, stay strong, eat smart, and never forget, you're still in charge of your health and your best years can still be ahead of you.